Chapter 1. A Southern Sweetheart. Jenny was a girl with a heart as warm and inviting as a summer's day in Georgia. Her infectious laughter and quick wit made her the life of every gathering, and her sweet nature charmed everyone she met. With her sparkling eyes and a mischievous smile, she had a way of turning even the dullest moments into delightful memories. Born and raised in a small town, nestled amidst rolling green hills, Jenny's roots were firmly planted in the rich soil of Georgia. She cherished the scent of magnolias that wafted through the air, the melodious songs of the southern birds, and the gentle rustling of the tall Georgia pines. But it was Jenny's grandma who held a special place in her heart. She lived in a cozy cottage at the edge of town, and her kitchen was always filled with the tantalizing aroma of freshly baked pies. Grandma's pies were legendary, and Jenny's favorite was her signature peach pie, made with the juiciest Georgia peaches. Jenny loved spending time with her grandma, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. Together, they would roll out the dough, filling the kitchen with laughter and flour, while exchanging stories and secrets. Grandma's wisdom and warmth filled Jenny's heart with love and made her feel like the luckiest girl in the world. While Jenny adored her small town and the familiar faces that greeted her on every street corner, she couldn't help but dream of grand adventures. She devoured adventure books and watched movies with daring heroes who braved uncharted territories. Their tales ignited a spark within her, igniting a yearning for something beyond the hills of Georgia. As the summer days stretched out, and the fireflies danced in the twilight sky, Jenny couldn't shake off her desire for excitement. She found herself gazing at the stars, wondering what mysteries lay beyond her beloved hometown. Deep down, she knew there was a world waiting to be discovered, a world that needed her wit, charm, and love for laughter. Little did Jenny know that her spirited nature and thirst for adventure would soon lead her on a journey that would forever change her life. With her heart as sweet as a Georgia peach and a spirit as bright as the Georgia sun, Jenny was about to embark on an adventure that would take her far beyond her wildest dreams. And so, in the enchanting land of Georgia, where laughter echoes through the fields and love blossoms like the flowers in spring, Jenny's story of laughter, friendship, and unforgettable adventures was just beginning. Chapter 2. Southern Roots and Dreams. In the heart of Georgia, where golden sunsets painted the sky in hues of orange and pink, Jenny reveled in the beauty of her small town. Its streets were lined with charming houses, their porches adorned with rocking chairs that creaked with stories of generations past. Friendly neighbors greeted each other with warm smiles and genuine interest, forming a tight-knit community that felt like an extended family. Jenny's home, a cozy house with a white picket fence, was a haven filled with love and laughter. Her parents, supportive and nurturing, encouraged her to pursue her dreams. Her father, a storyteller with a twinkle in his eye, would spin tales of far-off lands and daring escapades that fueled Jenny's imagination. Her mother, a kind and patient soul, instilled in her the values of compassion and empathy. But it was her grandma who held a special place in Jenny's heart. With her silver hair neatly pulled back in a bun and a smile that crinkled the corners of her eyes, Grandma was a treasure trove of wisdom and love. Her warm embrace and gentle voice made Jenny feel safe and cherished. Grandma's cottage stood as a testament to a lifetime of memories. The walls were adorned with sepia-toned photographs capturing moments of joy and laughter. A worn rocking chair by the window beckoned anyone seeking a moment of solace, and the scent of freshly baked pies perpetually hung in the air, a delicious reminder of the love that filled the kitchen. Jenny and Grandma spent countless hours together, their hands covered in flour as they transformed simple ingredients into mouth-watering creations. The kitchen became their sanctuary, a place where stories were shared, secrets were whispered, and bonds were woven. As they rolled out the pie dough, Jenny absorbed Grandma's wisdom like a sponge, learning not only the art of baking but also the essence of life itself. The town of Georgia embraced Jenny with open arms, a reflection of its warm and welcoming spirit. Annual festivals filled the calendar, where families gathered to celebrate their shared heritage. From lively music and toe-tapping dances to mouth-watering barbecues and games, the town came alive with laughter and joy. Jenny, with her infectious laughter and irresistible charm, became a beloved figure, bringing smiles to the faces of young and old alike. Yet, amidst the joy and familiarity of her small town, Jenny's dreams of adventure beckoned her. She yearned to explore distant lands, to meet people from diverse cultures, and to experience the thrill of the unknown. Her bookshelf overflowed with tales of daring expeditions, hidden treasures, and brave heroes who overcame incredible odds. With each page turned, her desire to step beyond the hills of Georgia grew stronger, fueling her imagination with boundless possibilities. Jenny knew that her dreams were bigger than the confines of her small town, but she also recognized the love and support that surrounded her. Georgia had shaped her into the funny, sweet girl she had become, instilling in her a deep appreciation for family, friendship, and the beauty of her roots. Little did Jenny know that her path would soon intersect with the winds of fate, propelling her into an adventure that would test her courage, ignite her spirit, and reveal the boundless wonders that awaited her beyond the familiar streets of her beloved Georgia. And so, under the watchful gaze of the Georgia moon, Jenny's heart brimmed with anticipation as she took her first steps toward the grand adventure that awaited her, eager to chase her dreams while carrying the warmth and love of Georgia within her soul. Chapter 3: The Great Peach Caper. The sun peeked over the horizon, casting a golden glow across the fields of Georgia as Jenny woke up with a mischievous glimmer in her eyes. It was a day brimming with excitement and the promise of laughter. She knew that today was the day of the annual pie contest, a celebration where the town's most skilled bakers showcased their culinary prowess. Jenny's heart skipped a beat at the thought of Grandma's delectable peach pie stealing the show. She could already taste the sweetness of the ripe Georgia peaches, perfectly nestled in a flaky crust, their fragrant aroma filling the air. With an air of determination, Jenny slipped on her favorite apron, adorned with colorful fruit patterns, and made her way to Grandma's cottage. As she arrived, the familiar scent of freshly baked pies greeted her, drawing her into the cozy kitchen. Grandma stood at the counter, her hands expertly crimping the edges of a pie crust. "Morning, my sweet Georgia peach," Grandma said, her voice carrying a mix of affection and anticipation. Jenny beamed at the endearing nickname, feeling a surge of warmth fill her heart. "Morning, Grandma. I can't wait to see your pie win the contest this year." Grandma chuckled, her eyes twinkling. "Well, my dear, it's the love we put into our pies that truly matters. But a little friendly competition never hurt anyone." Jenny's mind raced with ideas to make this year's pie truly unforgettable. She glanced at the calendar hanging on the kitchen wall and noticed the bolded date, the Great Peach Caper. It was a town tradition, a thrilling peach hunting adventure that took place just before the pie contest. The Great Peach Caper involved finding the juiciest, most succulent Georgia peaches hidden throughout the orchards on the outskirts of town. It was a race against time, as the bakers would vie for the most exquisite peaches to use in their pies. The legend said that the peaches found during the caper possessed an extra touch of sweetness that would elevate any pie to heavenly heights. Jenny's eyes sparkled with excitement as she shared her idea with Grandma. "What if we join forces, Grandma? We'll venture into the orchards, armed with our wit and determination, and gather the most magnificent peaches for your pie." Grandma smiled, her heart swelling with pride at her granddaughter's enthusiasm. "That sounds like a grand adventure, my dear. Let's embark on the Great Peach Caper together." With their aprons securely tied and baskets in hand, Jenny and Grandma set off for the orchards, the sun casting dappled shadows through the branches. The air was fragrant with the delicate scent of blossoms, as if nature herself were cheering them on. As they ventured deeper into the orchards, Jenny's eyes danced with delight at the sight of the plump peaches hanging like golden treasures from the branches. She and Grandma plucked them carefully, their laughter mingling with the rustling leaves as they shared stories and memories. But as they reveled in their peach-gathering escapades, they noticed another team of bakers nearby. Lucy, Jenny's mischievous best friend, was leading the pack, her eyes gleaming with determination. "Looks like we've got some competition, Grandma," Jenny whispered, a mischievous grin forming on her lips. The caper became a spirited race, with laughter and friendly banter echoing through the orchards. Jenny and Lucy engaged in a playful battle of wits, darting between the trees, each determined to gather the most exquisite peaches for their respective pies. As the sun began its descent toward Chapter 4, laughter under the Georgia moon, the warm glow of the Georgia sunset bathed the town in a golden light as Jenny and Lucy, breathless and brimming with laughter, emerged from the orchards. Their baskets overflowed with the juiciest peaches, each one a prize to be cherished. They couldn't wait to present their fruity treasures to their grandmothers and commence the pie-making extravaganza. Back at Grandma's cottage, the air was thick with anticipation and the tantalizing scent of freshly baked goods. The kitchen had transformed into a lively hub of activity, as the town's bakers prepared their culinary masterpieces for the contest the next day. Jenny and Lucy joined forces once again, their aprons tied and their mischievous smiles in place. Side by side, they rolled up their sleeves and dove into the art of pie making. Flour coated the countertops like a powdery snowfall, while the aroma of peaches mingled with the tang of lemon zest. Grandma and Lucy's grandmother, Nana, stood at their sides, guiding them through the process with patience and love. Their hands danced across the dough, working it with care and precision, while Jenny and Lucy provided a constant soundtrack of laughter and silliness. As the pies baked in the oven, filling the air with a tantalizing aroma, the two grandmothers shared stories of their own youthful adventures. They spoke of long-lost friends, unforgettable road trips, and the escapades that made their hearts race with joy. Jenny and Lucy soaked up every word, their imaginations ignited by tales of bygone eras and the thrill of seizing life's precious moments. Finally, the moment arrived when the pies were ready to be sampled. The grandmother's eyes sparkled with anticipation as they sliced into the golden crust, revealing the juicy peach filling within. The room fell silent, the air thick with suspense. First, Jenny's grandma took a bite, her eyes closing momentarily as the flavors danced on her tongue. A smile spread across her face, and she nodded approvingly. Jenny, my sweet girl, this is a pie fit for royalty. Next, it was Lucy's turn. Nana took a delicate bite, savoring the combination of flavors. Her face lit up with delight, and she declared, Lucy, my little firecracker, this pie is pure magic. Jubilation filled the room as the grandmothers exchanged proud glances. Jenny and Lucy jumped up and down, their laughter echoing through the kitchen, filling every corner with joy. They had not only created delicious pies but also captured the essence of their adventurous spirits, infusing the pastries with their zest for life. As the night grew darker, the town's anticipation for the pie contest reached its peak. The streets were adorned with twinkling lights, and the scent of fresh pie wafted through the air. Jenny and Lucy, donning their finest dresses and with their pies in hand, made their way to the contest venue, a bustling square brimming with excitement. The town had gathered, eager to taste the creations that had been crafted with love and skill. Jenny and Lucy took their places among the other bakers, their hearts pounding with nervous anticipation. The judges, a panel of esteemed food connoisseurs, examined each pie with a discerning eye, their taste buds ready to be dazzled. Finally, the moment arrived. The winners were announced, and Jenny and Lucy exchanged hopeful glances. Their hearts raced as the judges praised their creations, lauding the perfect balance of flavors, the flakiness of the crust, and the hint of sweetness that lingered on the palate. Jenny's pie, infused with her boundless spirit. Chapter 5, Embracing New Horizons. The announcement of Jenny and Lucy's victory in the pie contest sent waves of excitement through the town. Cheers erupted, and applause filled the air as the two friends stood on the stage, beaming with pride. Their grandmothers stood beside them, their eyes filled with admiration and love. The victory brought newfound attention to Jenny and Lucy, who quickly became local celebrities. Reporters and townsfolk flocked to them, eager to hear their stories and taste the award-winning pies. They were showered with praise, hugs, and requests for autographs. Amidst the whirlwind of fame, Jenny and Lucy remained grounded, their hearts firmly rooted in their beloved Georgia. They knew that their victory wasn't just about winning a contest but about cherishing the love and laughter that flowed through their lives. With their newfound recognition, Jenny and Lucy realized that their dreams of adventure were no longer distant fantasies. Opportunities began to present themselves, beckoning them to step outside the familiar confines of their small town and explore the wider world. They received an invitation to participate in a baking competition in a neighboring state, a chance to showcase their talents on a bigger stage. The prospect excited them, fueling their curiosity and desire for new experiences. Their grandmothers, though saddened by the thought of their departure, encouraged them to spread their wings and follow their dreams. Jenny and Lucy spent weeks preparing for the competition, experimenting with new flavors, and honing their skills. They researched recipes from different cultures, determined to infuse their creations with a touch of Georgia's warmth and charm. Their laughter echoed through the kitchen as they mixed ingredients, their shared excitement forming the foundation of their culinary journey. The day of the competition arrived, and Jenny and Lucy, adorned with aprons embroidered with Georgia peaches, stepped onto the grand stage. The atmosphere was electric, filled with the scents of various cuisines and the buzz of anticipation. Bakers from far and wide had come to showcase their talents, creating a vibrant tapestry of flavors and traditions. Jenny and Lucy's pies, each crafted with love and a touch of their unique creativity, won the hearts of the judges and the admiration of the crowd. Their peach pie, infused with Georgia's spirit, carried a taste that transported everyone to the sun-kissed orchards and the laughter-filled kitchens of their childhoods. Although they didn't take home the top prize, Jenny and Lucy reveled in the experience and the connections they made. They formed friendships with bakers from different backgrounds, learning about their cultures and sharing the stories of Georgia. Through their pies and their infectious laughter, they became ambassadors of their beloved state, spreading the magic of Georgia's warmth wherever they went. As time passed, Jenny and Lucy's adventures took them to new places, each one filled with its own unique wonders. They traveled through bustling cities, picturesque countryside, and even ventured beyond national borders. Along the way, they encountered diverse cuisines, discovered hidden gems, and forged lifelong friendships. Through it all, their hearts remained deeply connected to their roots. Georgia was their anchor, the place that had nurtured their dreams and shaped their identities. They carried the laughter, the warmth, and the love of Georgia with them, sharing it with everyone they met. Years later, Jenny and Lucy returned to their small town in Georgia, wiser and filled with stories of their grand adventures. They walked the familiar streets, greeted by the smiling faces of friends and neighbors who had watched them grow. They reunited with Grandma and Nana, whose eyes filled with pride as they listened to tales of the places their granddaughters had seen and the lives they had touched. The scent of fresh pie lingered in the air as they gathered around the kitchen. Chapter 6, Homecoming and New Beginnings. The aroma of freshly baked pies filled the kitchen as Jenny and Lucy reunited with Grandma and Nana in their beloved Georgia. The warmth of their embrace enveloped them, a testament to the unbreakable bonds forged by love and shared adventures. As they sat around the kitchen table, savoring slices of pie and reminiscing about their travels, a sense of contentment settled over them. The journey had brought them closer to their dreams and allowed them to discover the vastness of the world, but it also reaffirmed the irreplaceable beauty of their small town and the love that permeated its streets. The town had eagerly awaited their return, and the news of their accomplishments had spread far and wide. Jenny and Lucy were greeted with a grand celebration, a joyous testament to the pride and admiration the townsfolk held for their hometown heroes. The streets were adorned with banners, and the air resounded with music and laughter. Jenny and Lucy were overwhelmed by the outpouring of affection, humbled by the realization that their adventures had inspired others to pursue their own dreams. The young girls who had once yearned for exploration were now role models, encouraging their peers to embrace their passions and chase after the unknown. As life settled into a comfortable rhythm, Jenny and Lucy decided to pay it forward by starting a baking school in their hometown. They transformed an old building into a vibrant space filled with laughter and the aroma of baked goods. The school became a sanctuary for aspiring bakers, a place where dreams were nurtured, and the art of pastry making was passed down from one generation to the next. Jenny and Lucy reveled in the joy of teaching, sharing their knowledge and experiences with students who shared their love for the culinary arts. They instilled in them not only the techniques of baking but also the values of perseverance, creativity, and the importance of embracing one's unique voice. The school became renowned throughout the region, attracting students from far and wide who sought to learn from the dynamic duo. Jenny and Lucy's classes were filled with laughter, as they infused each lesson with their signature blend of mischief and enthusiasm. They became mentors, guiding their students on a journey of self-discovery and igniting sparks of passion within their hearts. Meanwhile, the school became a hub of community engagement, organizing events that celebrated the rich heritage and diverse flavors of Georgia. The annual pie contest continued to be a highlight, drawing in both locals and visitors who marveled at the creations inspired by the spirit of Georgia. Through their school, Jenny and Lucy preserved the legacy of their grandmothers, ensuring that their love for baking and the values they had imparted would be carried forward for generations to come. The laughter-filled kitchens of their childhoods echoed within those walls, forever imprinted in the hearts of those who passed through its doors. As the years unfolded, Jenny and Lucy's adventures continued, albeit in a different form. They became ambassadors for Georgia's culinary delights, sharing their stories and expertise on a global stage. They wrote books, appeared on television shows, and even created their own line of baking products, all the while remaining grounded in the warmth and love of their hometown. But no matter how far they traveled or how many accolades they received, Jenny and Lucy knew that their true home would always be Georgia. It was in the rolling hills, the laughter-filled kitchens, and the loving embrace of family and friends that they had discovered the essence of who they were. And so, under the Georgia moon, as the town twinkled with pride and the sweet aroma of pies filled the air, Jenny and Lucy reveled in the beauty of their journey. They understood that the true adventure was not just in the far-flung destinations but in the courage to/2 Chapter 7, A New Adventure. It was a typical Wednesday evening at the baking school when Jenny and Lucy received an unexpected visitor. A young woman with a bright smile and a curious twinkle in her eye approached them, her gaze fixed on the flyers advertising their baking classes. "I couldn't help but notice your school," she said, her voice laced with excitement. "I'm new in town, and I've been looking for something to do. Baking has always been a passion of mine, and I'd love to learn from the best." Jenny and Lucy exchanged a knowing look, recognizing the spark of adventure in the woman's eyes. They welcomed her with open arms, eager to share their love for baking with someone new. As the weeks went by, the young woman, whose name was Sarah, proved to be a natural in the kitchen. Her creativity and curiosity pushed her to experiment with flavors and techniques, and she quickly became a valued member of the baking school community. But there was something else about Sarah that drew Jenny and Lucy to her. It was an intangible quality, a restlessness, that mirrored their own desire for adventure. One day, as they shared a cup of tea after class, Sarah confided in them. "I've always felt like there was something missing in my life," she said, her voice tinged with longing. "I love baking, but I feel like there's something else out there waiting for me. Something big, something meaningful." Jenny and Lucy nodded in understanding, recognizing the familiar feeling that had driven them to embark on their own adventures. "Have you ever considered traveling?" Lucy asked, her eyes alight with possibility. Sarah's eyes widened. "Traveling? I've never really thought about it. I mean, I've always wanted to see the world, but it seems so out of reach." Jenny and Lucy exchanged a knowing smile. They had once been in Sarah's shoes, dreaming of adventure but unsure of how to make it a reality. "Anything is possible," Jenny said, her voice firm. "We've learned that the hard way, but the rewards of taking that first step far outweigh the fear and uncertainty." Sarah looked at them with newfound respect, recognizing the depth of their experience and the wisdom that came with it. "But where would I go? What would I do?" Jenny and Lucy leaned in, their eyes shining with excitement. "That's the beauty of it," Lucy said. "The world is your oyster. You can go anywhere and do anything. All it takes is a little courage and a lot of heart." And so, with Jenny and Lucy's encouragement, Sarah began to plan her own adventure. She researched destinations, saved up money, and worked on building her confidence. And when the day finally arrived, she set off on a journey that would change her life forever. As Jenny and Lucy watched her go, they felt a sense of pride and fulfillment. They had helped someone else discover the joy of adventure, just as their grandmothers had done for them. And they knew that this was just the beginning of a new chapter in their lives, one that would be filled with endless possibilities and the promise of new beginnings.